You cannot do math, you cannot do science, you cannot do logic without Jesus Christ. Christians have a basis for universal, immaterial, and variant laws. It should be obvious to us. As Christians, we believe that God is spirit. God is eternal, God is unchanging, and the laws of this universe reflect the order that God actually gives to the universe. Our thinking is to be like God's thinking. God cannot lie. God cannot engage in logical contradictions. All of us are to essentially have our thoughts come into conformity with God's thoughts. Christians do not believe that the universe is strictly matter and motion. We believe that there are immaterial aspects to our being. Amen? We believe that it's possible to have immaterial laws, unchanging laws in God's governed universe. We don't run into the problem that the materialist does in terms of the laws of math. If you don't have Jesus, you don't have math. But listen, atheists do math. And here's what we're not saying. We are not saying that unbelievers, because they don't have Jesus, can't do math. I have to confess something. I am really bad at math. I am. My wife is bad at math. Our children have to get help from somebody else. I pay for that, right? There are atheists that are better at arithmetic than I am. And Van Til has a famous saying, he said it often, or it's at least said about him often, that atheists can count. Sometimes they can count very well. Sometimes they can count better than Christians. But listen, atheists cannot account for their counting. They cannot justify it. And their unbelieving perspective, they cannot account for mathematics, laws of logic. Christians have certainty, and our knowledge is wrapped up in our knowledge of Jesus Christ. He is the source. He is the one in whom we find our resting place for salvation, and He is the source of all of our certainty, in whom are hidden all the treasures of wisdom and knowledge.